So we're starting our second season on our stock tank pool. Well, it's actually a 3-season pool, but this is our second year having it. And it's a 3-season pool because we put Deal tankless water heaters. Deal tankless water heaters on there, propane fired, and I can heat that pool up to over 90, almost 100 degrees in like 3 hours, right? Yeah. So now that we're starting our second season, we've been wanting to put a liner in it. Not that we've really had much of a problem with the tank itself, with the galvanizing, but we've always kind of wanted to put some type of liner in there. Couldn't find a good, or anything really that I liked. I know a lot of people say Flex Seal, but Flex Seal is just, I've never seen it work. It turns out terrible. As a matter of fact, our neighbors tried it and it's, yeah, so don't try the Flex Seal. I've got a friend of mine that actually tried epoxy paint as well, and apparently it didn't hold up. I think one of the things that people are scared of on the stock tank pools is rust. I hear a lot of that. Well, it's going to rust out. Luckily, we have not had an issue with rust in ours, and it may be the water. Well, I'm pretty sure it is the water, because a friend of mine has one and his actually rusted out pretty bad. But he has a lot of iron in his water, and apparently when you mix chlorine with iron in the water, it's just a bad combination, and his pool rusted out pretty good. So what we're going to try is Raptor Liner. Raptor Liner is a truck bed liner material, but we're using a tinted truck bed Raptor Liner with this blue material. What's it called? Yeah, it's just a blue metallic. I think it's going to look really good. So I think I've got, it's about $200 for 6 quarts, and I think that that's not a lot of money to invest in this pool because we enjoyed it so much last year. And I think we enjoyed it so much last year because we actually invested the money up front, got a really good pump and sand filter and all, and never had any issues with it. Nothing but enjoyment, right? That's right. That's right. So we're going to get all this shook up, and then we're going to start spraying it. We're going to save you the prepping and all that. I've already done all the prepping and all the taping, removed all my fittings. Yeah, we're just going to get straight into it and see what it looks like kind of in the final stages, and then we'll just kind of keep following up and seeing how it's going to hold up over the next year. But I guess one of the concerns I have is it peeling and coming up, and then water getting underneath the Raptor Liner and it bubbling and just all coming apart. That's probably my biggest fear, but I think the amount of prep work and all that we've done, I think that hopefully we're not going to have any issues, but we'll see. So there's a lot of good videos on YouTube about Raptor Liner, you know, specifically sprayed on the automotive side. I've never seen someone put it on the inside of a pool, but you can spray about anything with it, so I'm not going to go into a lot of details. But I am going to set the regulator. Now, the Raptor Liner does come with the gun and everything, and it comes with the regulator that we're going to set at about 50 PSI. That kind of seems like the middle of the road pressure to run it. And another thing, we're going to start kind of in the hard spots. So I'm going to hit the corners all the way around the pool, and then I'm going to get the flat spot, and then we're going to work around the rim itself. And I decided to stand the pool up because I think that's going to be the easiest way to get it all covered. I laid it down. I couldn't really find an angle where I could get the walls and the whole floor. So I think standing up is going to be the best way to do it. But I don't know. Hell, I've never done a pool. Let's try it. So we just finished spraying it, and when it was up in the shade, I was thinking that it might be a little dark, but now that, check out where the sun is hitting it. I really like that color and the actual, you can see the metallic in it, can't you? Try to get, you can see I didn't go all the way over the rail because I didn't really want to get any on the outside. Just personal preference, I guess. So I just ran the tape right over the top of the rail and painted up to it. But I am really happy how that turned out. I think it looks awesome. What do you think?
It is amazing.
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 Okay, so we're gonna give this a few days to dry, and then we'll get water in it. It says, I guess about 5 to 7 days till it's fully cured. So we'll give it till this weekend, then we'll get some water in it and get all our fittings put back in it, and hopefully here within a week or two we'll have this pump or the pool back in business. So stay tuned.
Peace out, home slice.
That's going in there. All right, we're back. It's been about 9 weeks since we actually did the Raptor Liner. Now I let it dry and cure for about 2 weeks before I put water in it. So we're about 7 weeks with water in it, and we've been swimming in it. The kids are loving it. We've had the hot tub running, so this has been under hot water many of times, and the Raptor Liner is holding up great. I love it. I love the texture of it. I love the color of it. It's cloudy out now, so you can't really see the metallic blue that really pops in the sunshine that I really like about it. But let's take a little closer look at the Raptor Liner. You know, a couple things I like about it and a couple things that are just okay. And then we'll kind of go over the setup real quick, how I've set my pool up and how the heaters work. So let's get right to it. So taking a look at the pool, I decided not to do a deck. I just do a little artificial turf down here, and it's been great. We love it. Here's the Raptor Liner. You can see the blue color to it, and it's holding up great. It's got a great texture on the bottom, just a little rough maybe on your knees when you're kind of sitting down in there, but other than that, you really don't notice. It's not slippery or anything. One of the things that I don't really, which it's give and take, but it's not really a problem. Since the texture is at the bottom, when it does get dirty, usually when I run the pump without the liner in there, all the dirt would kind of swirl kind of to the middle, and it was real easy to clean out. Now the whole bottom just kind of stays dirty, so we got to vacuum the whole thing. So again, no big deal, but that's really the only issue that I saw of it. You can see how we kind of just come right up to the neck here and all the way around. Perfect. No chips, no peeling or anything. I think it's going to hold up great, no problem. And you can see right here we got the skimmer. The skimmer, guys, is a game changer. If you don't have one, look into it. This is the Intex skimmer. It doesn't fit great over the Intex pool with the stock little handle, so that's why I got a clamp on it, and that just works good for me. And then you can adjust the height with the water level on it. But the skimmer has changed the way cleaning this pool works. It's wonderful. If you don't have one, I highly recommend getting a skimmer. And also getting the sand filter. You know, I've had the paper filters before, and it's terrible. It's a lot of maintenance. They don't work good. I absolutely love this sand filter. That is the way to go. I mean, just spend a little extra money and just get it right to begin with. Now we can see these bulkheads here we got at Home Depot. There's one there, and I also got one over there. So that's my hot water inlets, and then that one down here in the bottom, I'm sorry, that's my inlet, and these are my hot water outlets, that one and this one right here. And I'll show you how that works real quick too. Kind of got a privacy fence set up here just to kind of, you know, keep the neighbors from looking in. Flamingos, George and Molly. And then back here is where we got I've got 2 tankless water heaters, propane fired, and I decided to go with 2. That's kind of why I call this a 3-season pool, because I can run this about 9 months out of the year. And with 2 of these heaters, I can heat the pool from, it's about 50 degrees right now. In about 3 hours, I can have this thing at about 100 degrees, which is perfect hot tub weather or temperature for us. And the tanks, you know, this 30-pound, I can do it about 4, maybe 5 times. The smaller one only does about 3 times running the heater. So really the cost of propane to me is a lot cheaper than a regular hot tub where you're running electricity all the time. I've got friends running hot tubs, and they talk about how expensive the electricity is. The propane only costs me about $30, you know, for each tank. So it's really not that bad cost-wise. So that's basically how we did our setup. If you have any questions, please let me know, but I would highly recommend this Raptor Liner. Of everything else that I've seen on the internet, whether it's paint, epoxy paint, Flex Seal, which is probably worse. Do not put Flex Seal on your stock tank pool. But yeah, any questions about my setup, let me know. There's plenty of videos out there that show all about how they set it up, and so that's why I didn't go into many details. But yeah, great investment on the Raptor Liner. Thanks for watching.